The Halloween event, part 1, is upon us. So here are some tips and tricks to make the most of it. Like a boss. When you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you get more candy for that same type Pokemon when you catch it. For the Halloween event, most of the Pokemon are Ghost type, so it makes sense to Mega Evolve Gengar so that you'll get more candy for each of those Ghost type Pokemon. You get more bonuses the more times you've previously evolved that Mega Pokemon. If you've evolved the Pokemon between 1 and 6 times, you will get 1 extra candy per Ghost type Pokemon you catch. If you've Mega Evolved that Pokemon between 7 and 29 times, you'll get the 1 extra candy, plus you'll have a 1 in 10 chance of getting an XL candy. If you've evolved that Mega Pokemon 30 or more times, you will get 2 extra candy every time you catch a Pokemon of the same type, and you'll have a 1 in 4 chance of getting an XL candy. So you definitely want to Mega Evolve a Pokemon. A Mega Gengar will also serve the dual purpose of being a great raid type attacker for Mega Banette and for Giratina Altered. Mega Gengar is the #1 raid type attacker for both of those Pokemon. More power. A benefit from this event is that you're going to get a guaranteed XL candy in addition to a regular candy while walking your buddy. So if your buddy takes 5 kilometers to get a regular candy, you'll also get a guaranteed XL candy. It's really important that you plan out who your buddy's going to be so you can maximize that XL candy. These are some great options. For the Great League, Bastiodon, Lickitung, Medicham, Diggersby. They all require to be at or near level 50 and thus need 296 XL candy in order to be competitive in that league. These Pokemon would be great choices for the Ultra League. Trevenant, Steelix, Nidoqueen, Galarian Stunfisk. Now for the Master League, most meta-relevant Pokemon are legendary, but here are some great non-legendary options for you to get XL candy for. Florges, Gyarados, and Genesect with the Chill Drive. Now Dragonite would also be a great option, but we're about to have Dratini Community Day, and that would probably be the best time to get the XL candy. You could walk a Legendary to get XL candy, but Legendaries require 20 kilometers each to get an XL candy. Of course, you can always use the Poppins that you got from those raids to cut the distance in half that you have to walk. So for instance, if your Pokemon requires 3 kilometers to get a candy, it would only take 1.5 kilometers. And also, those legendaries would then take 10 kilometers instead of 20. 10 kilometers is still a lot to walk for 1 candy. Until we meet again. You'll get 2 times transfer candy for the duration of this event. This is a really good time to transfer legendary Pokemon that you may have an excess quantity of. Like for instance, if you went and caught a whole ton of Yveltals because you were looking for the shiny because you really love that Pokemon and you got way too many of them, I'm just speaking hypothetically of course, then now would be a good time to transfer them and get 2 candy apiece for them. Catch me if you can. There are a couple Pokemon who are going to give you increased Stardust, so it's really important that you catch all of those that you see. Sableye will give you 750 Stardust every time you catch him. The added benefit of Sableye is that there will be a future Mega Evolution, hopefully in the next part. So getting a 4-star or as close as you can Sableye would really be awesome for the future. Of course, Sableye is a really meta-relevant Pokemon. However, Sableye is really unique in the fact that it requires a Shadow that is then purified. Most Shadow Pokemon, you want to leave Shadow for the Go Battle Lake. Sableye is very, very unique. Haunter is a 2nd stage Pokemon and will give you 300 Stardust. Everybody loves a deal. Speaking of Haunter, Haunter is a free to evolve Pokemon when you trade him. So make sure you catch all those Ghastlies and Haunters. You can trade them all with a friend and then evolve all those Haunters without using any candy. Hopefully this is going to give you some really high IB Gengars that you can then use for Mega Evolutions, or Gengar is a good Pokemon for the Ultra League. Leader of the pack. Meta-relevant Pokemon. So there are a lot of meta-relevant Pokemon for this event. Top of the list is Phantom, which evolves into Trevenant. Trevenant is fantastic in the Great League and in the Ultra League. they should stock up on Trevenant. Yamask evolving into Cofagrigus and Galarian Yamask evolving into Ronorigus are both really good Pokemon in the Great League and in the Ultra League. We've already discussed Ghastly evolving into Haunter, evolving into Gengar, who is the #1 Ghost-type Mega Raid attacker in the game. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Drifloon and Spinarak, I love Spinarak, who evolve into Drifblim and Ariados, respectively, who both have some play in special cups. They're both very good in some special cups. I'll also give an honorable mention to Zubat evolving into Golbat and Crobat. Golbat and Crobat are spicier picks these days. Pokemon in raids that I haven't mentioned are Umbreon, Drapion, and of course Giratina Altered. Giratina Altered is a fantastic Pokemon in the Ultra League. He has a new move, and I'm not really sure if that's going to make a difference, but he's already fantastic. Please, sir, can I have some more? I'm really sorry for that. This event's giving 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, which is fantastic over this long a period of time with this many relevant Pokemon. So it might be a good time to use Pinap Berries for the Pokemon that you most want to get candy for. That'll give you 4 times candy for those Pokemon. And if you've Mega Evolved a Pokemon, you're at least getting 1 additional candy. The Haunted Olympics. This is a really good time to work on the Ghost Medal to get those 2,500 Ghost-type Pokemon you need to get a Platinum Medal. This many days, this many Ghost-type Pokemon, this is the best time. It's a long-distance affair. Another medal you could really work toward is the Pilot Medal. This medal requires you to have 10 million miles between all of your trades in Pokemon Go. If you're hatching eggs from friends on other continents in other countries or the other side of your same country, it can be a great time to take those Pokemon that you're not going to keep and trade them with friends since you'll have a large distance. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe, maybe check out one of these videos, and stay lucky.